All right, Shane here, daily-astrocat.com. And what do we got today? We got Thursday, and Thursday the moon's going to be in Sagittarius, and the focus is going to be on you. Now, we spend a lot of time on this particular program talking about what it is that we can do creatively, and creativity is very important, and as we know, also important is rest, balance, equilibrium, and, making sure that we understand what is going on. And the best way to do this that I know of is through this little experiment that we like to call astrology. Now, it starts with chimes, a bell, right? That's our standard intro. Welcome to daily-astrocat.com. I'm Shane, and I'm your host, and I'm also the astrologer. Let's go. Now, let's talk about this. Thursday, the moon is Sagittarius. Already said that, right? What do you do that differentiates you from the pack? What is it that you do? What is it that you represent? What do you bring to the table? That's really what you need to ask yourself. Because Mercury in Aries is conjunct with Neptune. And now this is very interesting because, it's kind of like just bursting on the scene, and we're in that first degree, that creation point, that watery point where the Sabian symbol was the woman emerging from the ocean with a sea creature wrapped around, touching her leg, almost like a seal or something like that. Perfect metaphor for Neptune, right? Especially the way we like to see Neptune, which is as a female entity as opposed to a bearded sea god, all right? Now, it just fits better with the intuition and the higher vibration of Venus and everything. Mercury is coming into Aries with a very different mindset, different energy, right? This is the second time through. Now, you'd think that Mercury would be circumspect, but it's mercurial, right? It's not that way. Mercury has a boldness to it that is going to assert right from the get-go. And this is going to be problematic and somewhat detrimental. It's going to make the day a little bit on the difficult side. Mercury retrograde in Pisces, that was easy because that was the mind just floating along and going along, right? Now we've got that logic going full force, and we're ready to start getting out there, and we're ready to put that word out there and just go, 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 go. Not good. Now, look, our imagination is going to run afoul of what it is that we do, right? Whatever we do, however we differentiate ourselves, however we bring our own creativity, our own touch to whatever it is we do, that's going to run afoul of some folks, right? Because they've got that Mercury going on too. They're trying to make that power play. They're trying to make that go, right? That corporation writ large can be anything, right? Just that institution. And that's because the moon is actually going to be in Sagittarius and is actually opposing Jupiter. So that's where we get that tension with that organization, with those rules, with those regulations, with whatever. And, it's not even that they're going to be the right rules because they can get confounded, twisted, and everything like that. It's interpretations, right? It's perceptions. Got a story about perceptions for you in a second. Don't waste your time on anger. Is it actual conflict simmering? Is it actual conflict, or is it just something that doesn't sit well with you? Look, don't waste your time on it. Just focus on your exit strategies. It always makes you feel better. Now, not saying that you're going to pick up and leave or anything like that, because that's not prudent. However, there are other things that you need to be doing that are more creative and more keeping in tune with what your actual nodal destiny could possibly be that was revealed to you during that eclipse. Okay, there, we said it. And we had that cradle that we were rocking the cradle, right? We were rocking the cradle, and those points that were out there are points that are very significant, okay? For example, the sextile between Uranus and Mars, actually, if you made a yacht out of that, if you put it out there, that would have been at the Galactic Center. That's where that energy resolves. It's going to resolve that it wasn't tension. It was a cooperation between Uranus in Taurus and Mars in Cancer. Mars is right on the doorstep and ready to leave Cancer for Leo. This is going to be a different energy too. This is going to really amplify what's going on. We've had amplify for a keyword this week, but this is going to make it even louder. That's a good word for it, louder. Listen. We have to listen. We have to listen. We have to stop talking. We have to listen. We've got to observe. And we also have to serve. And I'm here to serve you. Your time is going to be best spent creatively today. And that Mercury in Aries, that energy is just going to make us run a little bit hotter than normal. Recognize it for what it is. Zip your lip. And just get on with the flow. Your creative flow. The color is blue sky through a tiny crack. And today's keyword is blind. The magician and the sorceress meet on the shore. The magician wants to call upon the power of the sun and neutralize the sorceress, who is believed to be one form of a terrible sea monster, sinking all the ships. The magician begins his incantation and takes out a magnifying glass. The sun's rays come through blazing hot, just burning everything in its path. The sorceress waves her arms, gathers the water, and smiles. The magician says, "The invincible sun will send you back to the depths, harlot. You've sunk your last ship." The sorceress smiles and engulfs the magician in water. Prismatic rainbows shoot out in every direction. The sorceress asks, "Do you know what the waters hold?" You do not. Your presumption is not close to the truth, and your prejudice holds you back. You have emerged from the waters, as have I. Water is an incredible thing. Learn how to incorporate it in your rituals and celebrations. Ground yourself. Remember, under the ground, there's water. And do the healthy thing tonight. Stay hydrated. Our event is in 2015. Marianne Winkler finds the message in a bottle on the shore of the German island of Amrum. It had been dropped in the North Sea by a British marine scientist, George Parker Bidder, on the November 30th, 1906, making its length of time spent adrift 108 years, 138 days. And our birth is in 1948. It's one Jan Hammer. He's a Czech-American rock keyboardist, the Mahavishnu Orchestra, and he played with Jeff Beck, and he's the composer. You know him from the Miami Vice theme. Born in Prague, Czechoslovakia. That's all we have for you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for coming by. Appreciate and love each and every single one of you. Do me a favor. Show me your love. Like, follow, subscribe. Share the videos. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Today, we're gonna call it a 4. Today's a 4. Happy astrocatting.